So another new project that I've been looking into. So this is a time of year where I start to look at these lower cap, newer projects. And the reason being is, once the bull market comes back and a lot of these projects start to gain traction, start to release new developments, these are the ones you can end up making the most money off of. So they are newer and lower market cap, so there's more of a risk involved. But the good thing is when they move so heavily that you could put in something small like $500, $1,000. If these things go 5 to 10x, which at a 10 million market cap is very, very plausible, you're still making 5-10 grand plus. Not saying any project is going to do that, but I definitely am liking this Crust network. Here's a link actually to the website. I'm actually going to pick some up at the top of the month for November. I'm going to let these bearish days kind of play out per the Mastermind report. But after that, I'm going to look up to pick up, $300, $400, $500 worth of this. And if it moons, 10, 20x over the next 6 months, however long it takes, when the bull run comes back, I think it'll be a good play for us. And basically they're focused on storage for the metaverse. So I definitely believe the metaverse is going to be one of the, hot topics, hot trends, hot investments going over the next maybe even 10 to 15 years. But a lot of people aren't thinking about the storage capacity that will be needed to efficiently run a metaverse. So Crust is basically a decentralized cloud storage provider that's looking to bridge that gap. Okay. So this is the kind of things I look for. I like to look in industries that I know are going to be good. And then I like to also look at coins that are trying to innovate within that industry. So, I've been in crypto a long time. I've done a lot of research and I haven't really seen a coin like this as far as banking on the storage in the metaverse. So that's kind of what I'm betting on. I've looked at the team. They look pretty solid. They already have, people utilizing the platform, which is always a plus. Here it shows their total storage capacity, 760,000 terabytes. It shows you the storage fee per gigabyte per year, which is 0.001 of a penny. So very, very inexpensive. And, like I said, they just have a lot of things going on. They're partners with a lot of the main projects. They're built on Polkadot. So, a lot of good things, in my opinion, going out for them. So keep this one on your list. Like I said, I'm picking up some at the end of the month, and then I'm going to hold it through the Q4 run up. Another quick one in the gaming side is UNIX. So I really, really like this one because it's an extremely low market cap. We're talking 1.9 million. And just giving an example, some of my best wins from 2020 going into 2021 for crypto were the sub 10 million market caps. So if I see a project I like that's 1.9, which is at the very low end of sub 10, and it has a very low supply at 35 million, it has my attention. If we look at the max chart, we've been pretty flat, but if you see here, we've had a lot of volume come in August and, kind of dropped off, but we still had a lot of volume come in, but price really didn't react. So typically when I see that in crypto, that can indicate an accumulation stage. And I've also seen them attending a lot of these big conferences and doing a lot of interviews, kind of getting their name out. So like I said, they're based around the gaming sector. You can check out their site here. All right, so this is another one. I'm going to throw a couple $100. Don't throw thousands of dollars at these guys. Don't have hopium and just throw crazy money at these, because these are super high risk because they are newer. But even a couple $100, if this thing does anything of its capability, you're talking astronomical gains, honestly. So, obviously nothing's promised, but, this is definitely a token in the gaming industry I've been looking at. So just add that to your radar as well. All right. So I believe that's all I had for tonight. Hope you guys got some value. Let me check the chat real quick. Yeah, Barry, I like Filecoin. So that's actually what made me kind of look into Crust Network, because they're basically kind of like Filecoin, but just for the metaverse. So we know Filecoin blew up. I mean, if we look at Filecoin, I want to say it's in the billions of market cap right now. Let's see. Yeah, 1.5 billion, 82 million volume per day. So, same kind of concept, but just catered to a specific industry. So that's another reason that I really like Crust Network. So yeah, Bear, I like Filecoin. Can you look at Sologenic XRPL platform tokenized stock? What's the ticker symbol, Stephanie?
SOLO.
Oh, SOL is the ticker. Okay. Is this it right here, or is it on TradingView?
No, it's a crypto.
Oh, it's crypto. Oh, okay. Sologenic. Okay. All right. So what I see, let's see. So if I look at the TDI just from that perspective, we recently have been well below the 30. We're actually at the 20s. And we've seen some green FEGs that are formed right here. This is the 1 hour chart. So in this example, I wouldn't be comfortable entering unless we retested these lower FEGs, preferably 28.5 cents. Stop at 28 cents. So you have a very relatively small stop. But that's really the only entry that I see for this right now. We are on this downtrend, so the overall trend technically is bearish for the current moment. But like I said, typically when the TDI gets to the 30, that's typically when you can kind of have that change in a trend. So even if I go down to like a smaller time frame, this would have been a decent trade here. It kind of retested the FEG here. It didn't quite make it to the midpoint, but this was a relatively small FEG. But you did have the TDI to 30 here. I don't really like how this looks. I guess it's the exchange it's using, but you had a nice FEG form here. This next candle kind of tested the upper half, and then we kind of just took off from there. But even if you didn't catch that, you had a couple entries here that retested the FEGs further up, which are more high risk. But if you are going to take them, just place your stop below the candle that caused the FEG. But then same thing here to the upside. We've breached the 67, 68. It looks like this is the first red FEG since then. Price has kind of retested the bottom of that FEG now, and we're kind of just consolidating. But I would definitely look to take an entry as well. Shorting here, stop right above the high if you're day trading it.
I was thinking more of a long-term hold for the XRPL platform. I've been DCAing into it. It was at one point before the bear market a $6 token.
Yeah, I mean, it had a great run. I mean, if you look here, it went from, just in October from 14 cents all the way up to 42. So what is that? 300% plus. So you're always going to have a cool down after those big moves like that, especially with the TDI overextended. So, it's kind of getting towards its bottom, in my opinion, because the TDI is well below the 30. So like I said, this FEG area would be a good area if you are going to DCA into it. If we do break this low, my next kind of potential area would be the kind of closer towards the 800 EMA. And the reason I say that is if I look back here from a higher time frame, we have a lot of FEG that hasn't been filled right here. So if we do break this low, I can definitely see it trying to grab this liquidity, maybe consolidating around this 800, and then we kind of continue up for the swing.
I appreciate it.
From a day trading perspective, take your long here, get a nice little push up, take your money, run.